What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Thrill Pack Cards. I'm Josh. I make videos about collecting sports cards. Hey, if this is your first time here and you want to learn how to build the collection you always wanted, or you're just getting into collecting, you want to build your collection out in all sorts of fun and affordable ways, watch me interact with some of the most interesting people in the hobby, and then all sorts of other sports card related stuff. Make sure you start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Today we're opening up the Jabs Family Hall of Fame tier Patreon package. We're going to see what goodies we can pull out of there, and we're getting started right now. Okay, so I think this package is for, this is for the November Patreon benefits. I actually got the package closer to the beginning of December. So it actually wasn't too late. I know a lot of people have been having some trouble with late packages from Patreon packages from Jabs, but let's see, I think it charges the beginning of the month. So if anything, it was maybe a couple weeks late. And I'm going to kind of share my thoughts a little bit on that situation as we go through this unboxing here. Let me just get everything out first. And then we'll take a quick inventory. Okay, so quick inventory. We got, this is the Hall of Fame tier. Just as a reminder, we've got the Major League Baseball. I think this is probably from batting practice. So I got that and put that aside. We've got, looks like a box of 1988. Let's see if I can get this in the center here. Looks like a box of 1988 Topps Baseball. I think the best rookie in there is Tom Glavine, I want to say. So we got that full box there. We've got a 2019 update series. A lot of good cards in here, actually. This one was really hot when it released. I think Vlad is in here, and Kevin Biggio, and Nick Senzel, and maybe, I don't know if Fernando Tatis is in there again. I'd have to double check. And then we've got a blaster box of 2018 archives. So I don't think they have two different series for those, right? I think that's just one different series. So I believe an Acuna might be possible in here. And Juan Soto. Juan Soto is probably my favorite player right now. Not 100% positive on that. I have to double check, but at least those are their rookie years. And then we've got the packs here. There should be 5 packs in here. Let me just cut this with scissors to make life easier. Okay, so in here, we have a 2019 Update Series pack. That's nice. We got a 2019 Holiday pack. We've got a 2019 Donruss, 2018 Gypsy Queen, a 2019 Series 2. That's a good one. I think Vlad is in there. And then we've got a 2018 Archives. And then we got a 2019 Allen and Ginter. So it's actually more than 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually 7 packs. So that's a nice little bonus surprise. And before I break into these, let's kind of address the elephant in the room here. But I'll kind of tell you at least what my perspective is and what I've been seeing out there. So a lot of people are complaining about their packages being late, which is understandable. You know, if you buy something, you expect to get it within the time that it's promised. And then others, you know, there's some people that feel pretty strongly about that, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And you can't argue with somebody who says, I paid for something, you know, I expect to get it on time. I really can't argue with that. My point of view is a little bit, I think, unique in that I haven't really experienced that to the extent that I've seen others in terms of how late these packages have been. I haven't really seen that. There's a separate question about whether or not this is worth $100, right? And maybe I'll get into that a little bit, at least from my point of view. But the most of the complaints have been about just flat out not fulfilling obligations, not delivering the packages on time. I saw somebody recently compare it to if what was it, like heat in your home or health insurance. I get the point. It's a business, you know. If you pay for health insurance, you expect to be covered, although they find every way possible to get out of the coverage. But that's a different conversation. But if you pay for heat in your home and one day it just turns off and they say, "Oh, we're behind." Not that this analogy makes a lot of sense. This is not my analogy, by the way. This is one of the other channels in the community. I can't remember who it was that was saying this recently. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's a business. And I think the part of that I do agree with is once it's a business, it's a business. There's no distinguishing between whether it's electricity company, health insurance, this type of business, that type of business. A business is a business, and people expect the obligations to be met. Now, that being said, it's not an electric company. It's not a health insurance thing. But again, if it's a business, I think that's the point he was making, is that it gets classified into a business. And then once it's classified as a business, there's no difference between a card company or an electric company or health insurance company. I agree with that. But I also see the other side of it where people were saying, well, you know, that's apples and oranges. It's true, it's apples and oranges. I agree with that as well. But the point he was making was once it's classified as a business, there's no differentiating anymore. Okay? So my point of view is that I'm not going to quit Jab's Family Patreon yet. Okay? And it's really because the complaints, it really boils down to the complaints that people have had haven't pertained to me to that full extent so far. I haven't really seen packages maybe 1 week or maybe 2 weeks late. Doesn't really bother me too much. So I haven't had the same problems that other people have had. That's number one. And then number two, Eric helped me in more than one way, okay? So I was going through a little bit of a rough time, and watching his channel kind of helped uplift my spirits. It got me back into collecting, and then so much to the point where I wanted to start my own channel. And then rather than being discouraging about that, which a lot of people, you know, when they run a venture or project or business, they suffer from something that's called success scarcity, which is this fallacy that there's only so much success to go around, and you better get it while you can before your competitors do. See, the thing I love about Eric is he never fall into that trap. He did quite the opposite. He actually promotes other people's channels, right? And I'm not saying there's not a benefit in that for him. There certainly is. He gets super chats from that. But, I mean, it's more likely he'll get a super chat because he takes his position of promoting other channels. But he could have taken the other route, which was this concept of success scarcity and sort of being mean to quote-unquote competitors. And this community is a little bit different. That's the other thing the other point that I could make against the point that I do understand that a business is a business and you can't differentiate is that, yes, that's true, but this is a sort of a unique industry in that we all are part of a hobby. We all share this common passion. And you could say that, you could actually make that same argument about, you know, Harley Davidson, for example. People go to Harley Davidson conventions and they hang out together, and if you ordered a Harley and it was late, it's not an excuse because, like, you're part of a family. I get that. But it's a reason why some people aren't as pissed off as others, because they feel like they're part of a family. Again, I don't think that that gives you permission to be late on your shipments or anything, but it's a little bit unique. And then going back to what I was saying specifically to me, he helped me grow my channel, but also helped uplift my spirits. And I'm not saying that that means he can be late, you know, for 2-3 months. Like if my packages were 2 or 3 months late, I'd have a problem with that. Like I wouldn't be okay with that. Granted, he's built up a certain amount of goodwill with me that I would be much more patient in that situation than I would be otherwise. Like if my cable cut out all of a sudden, you know, I generally don't have a lot of patience for stuff like that. Customer service people on the phone, I generally like tell them how I feel and make sure that, you know, I get what I'm entitled to. But because of his position and because he helped me grow my channel and supported, you know, supports a lot of people in this community, has this very positive outlook. It's the reason why I would have patience. So let me be very clear about that. It's a reason to be patient through his delays. I don't think it's a reason to accept the not fulfilling his obligations. I think that's one of the gray areas that maybe has not been discussed. So think of it as like a leash or, you know, tolerance. I think I can't speak for anybody else, right? I'm only speaking for myself, and seems like I'm in a unique situation because my packages haven't been really that late. So hopefully, you know, I felt like I had to address the elephant in the room. I've been not talking about it while everybody else is having contentious debates about it. So that's my position. I'm not quitting him just yet because the problems haven't really affected me, number one. And number two, he's helped me so much in more than one way that even when those problems, if and when those problems do start to affect me, I'll have patience and tolerance. It doesn't mean that I will accept that wholeheartedly, right? I would ultimately have a problem with it if it kept going on. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer on this, whether or not you should stop. I think this is the major thing that has been overlooked in all these debates about this is it's not a black and white thing. It's not yes or no, because it's on a case by case basis. If your packages are 2-3 months late, that's different than someone's packages have never been late or they're only a week late. Those are two totally different situations. I mean, I guess you could make the argument, like, why would you support somebody who, when they have customers where they're 2 or 3 months behind? Then he starts to get into a little bit more of a philosophical thing. But I have faith in him. He's going through, you know, I notice how I didn't even talk about the adversities that he's going through, because when it comes to that, you know, I have a lot of compassion for the situation and I feel bad, but I tend to agree with that doesn't really have anything to do with your business obligations. So I didn't even bring that up at all to help, you know, kind of clarify at least what my viewpoint is. But it just depends, I think, on a case by case basis. I have full. The only way his adversity, I think, comes into play from my point of view is the fact that it gives me reason to believe that once things settle down, he will get back. Like, he doesn't have. There's no. He's not incentivized in any way to get behind. Really, I mean, he's incentivized to catch up. So what I'm trying to say is, I have faith that he will catch up on everything. He will get things back to running smoothly. I have faith that he'll do that, and I believe that the adversities that he's been going through has been part of the reason why he's fell behind. But, you know, if 2 or 3 months from now he's still behind, then, you know, that's a different story. So I'd love to kind of hear what you guys have to say. You know, please be polite though in the comments, you know, especially to each other. If I do want to hear what you think and kind of what your personal situation is with respect to his shipments, if you're a Patreon of his. So I'm not going to talk about that much longer. Probably went on for a little bit too long, but just felt like I had to address it. Starting to feel weird by not bringing it up. Okay, so what am I going to rip and what am I not going to rip? So I'm not going to open the 88 tops. I'll probably use these for promotional purposes for our shop at thrillpackcards.com. By the way, if you're not a member already, it's free to join. Just go to the website and you can create an account and start putting in your what I call the collector's profile, which is what teams and players that you PC. It helps me understand, you know, where your interests are, so I can kind of tailor the live shows and all the content around the members of thrillpackcards.com. So if you haven't already, go ahead and go to the website and create a free account. So I'm going to put that aside. But I will rip everything else. I think last month there was some feedback that I don't think anybody said this explicitly, but I got the feeling that you wanted me to open more from this package. I think I didn't open the blaster box or the hanger last month, so I want you to know that I'm listening, and I will go ahead and open those for the entertainment of everyone, and I'll open all the packs as well. So let's start off with the packs. We'll go with the 19 update series first. No, Siri.
Sorry, I missed that.
No.
Could you say it again, please?
Unbelievable. The same thing happened last month.
I'm sorry.
Siri, I'm not talking to you. Silly Siri. Alright, false start there. I was trying a new camera angle, and as soon as I broke into the pack, I realized the cards were not going to be at a great angle, so I had to adjust the setup here. But I'm back, and we're opening the 2019 update series. Okay, so this is a little bit of an adjustment for me because I'm holding the cards at a different angle. Trill. Cole Tucker, rookie. You'll have to let me know if I pass up a short print. I don't have those memorized, and I might glance at the serial numbers after we're done, just to check. But Robinson Cano, that would be time consuming if we had a ton of these. I don't think there's any short print because they're short prints because there wasn't any candid photos. I'm not sure if I like this new camera setup. I might go back to the way I had it before on the next video, but nevertheless, go into the 2019. Actually, let's stick with tops. Go with the 2019 holiday baseball next. Does give me a little bit of extra space in front of me, so that's nice, but it's like the way I'm doing it right now, everything's upside down for me. Jonathan Shoup, Yadier Molina, Chris Paddock, and I can't really do the hold the cards like how I hold them naturally. It's gonna have to be an evolution. Try different things here. Trevor Bauer, nothing really great. Let's go into the 2019 Archives Baseball. All this is baseball, of course. 2018. Did I say 2019? All right, so we're looking for some Acuñas, maybe a Juan Soto in here. This is a Chris Bryant. Juan Moncada, Jose Abreu. Nothing in there. 2019 Series 2. Zario Future Stars. There's a Ken Griffey Jr. Tribute card. Chris Sale. Darvish. Nothing really in there. 2018 Gypsy Queen. Not having great luck so far. Austin Hedges. There's an Ohtani numbered card. That's pretty nice. Ohtani rookie. Wasn't as hot as he was when these sets first came out, but it's a numbered card, so that's pretty sweet. I don't know, are all the... I think there's another card like this that's not numbered, right? Let me know in the comments below. So that's pretty sweet. Put that aside and sleeve it up later. Okay, now we're going into 2019. Donruss. There's a Jose Ramirez Diamond Kings. Looks like the 87 Diamond Kings. Bryce Harper. Put that one aside. Matt Chapman. Anthony Rizzo. Kyle Tucker rookie. Herrera. Gleyber Torres. All right, 2019 Allen Ginter is the last of the packs, the loose packs. Oh, this is a Juan Gonzalez. Almost forgot that there's older players in here. Doc Gooden mini card. I don't really like Allen Ginter, to be honest. So these weird non-player cards. Paul Molitor. Nah. Not my favorite, Allen Ginter. Alright, let's go into the 2019 update series. Is there an easier way to open this, probably? I think this is the first hanger box I've ever opened. I didn't realize they're just loose cards like that. They're not even in packs. Actually, no, I opened a basketball hanger box before, and I don't remember it being like this. It's interesting. So like the security magnet right there. I saw something good on the back there. Come on. It's gonna be tricky to open now. split this up into 2 stacks. Stack number 1, Justice Sheffield. See what we got for rookies. Bolt, Sky Bolt, Neil Walker, Cole Irvin. Oops. Eloy Jimenez. It's a decent one. Put that one aside. So you know what? Maybe it's easier. Oh, there's Kevin Biggio. Nice. I'm going to try doing it left-handed. It's better for this camera angle. Kevin Biggio. It's one of the better rookies, I think. Too bad it's not an autograph. I think it's really hard to pull an autograph from the retail packs. Yeah. Ooh, Pete Alonso. Nice. Kevin Biggio and Pete Alonso in the same pack. Oh yeah, this left-handed style is way easier. And Hensley. Should probably do them like this though. That's kind of a cool, interesting. Both of those cards right back to back were like weird slides or throws on the ground. 10. What's the serial number on this? Ends in 10. Christian Walker. I don't like these landscape views too much. Ooh, I see something shiny in there. What is that? Hopefully that's something good. Oh, it's like some sort of parallel card or refractor or chrome, whatever it's called. Harold Ramirez rookie card. Not bad. Oh, there's a Garrett Cole. So you got like 4 cards out of there. That was that was just the first half of it. Chris Sale again. Ricky Henderson. Some sort of tribute card. Flip this around. Ah, Pete Alonso again. Cody Bellinger. Pete Alonso again. Wow, 3 Pete Alonsos. That's a good hanger pack. He won Rookie of the Year, right? Alex Bregman, Home Run Derby. And there's the card that I saw in the back, Christian Yelich, All-Star card. Okay, we're up on the last box here. I'm going to use my new X-Acto knife. I went a little overboard on the office supplies recently. I don't know why, but this is actually not an example of this, but for some reason I binge watched Japanese stationery videos on YouTube for like not for the entire time, but on and off for like 2 days. And maybe I'll actually show you some of that eventually if I can figure out how it pertains to cards. But Japanese stationery, check it out. It's pretty addictive. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of Japanese stationery. Just waiting for a reason to use it. Regular razor blade would have worked just fine. I don't know. Sometimes I go through these buying moods or something, and then I buy something just because I think I need it. Japanese stationery definitely falls into that profile. Coins. I didn't know those were in there. Alright, how many packs do we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs. Nobody's home right now in the house. Jess is in Michigan. But filming this video makes me feel less alone, believe it or not. It's one of the great things about Thrill Pack. You can get the camaraderie of a group, sort of like where everyone knows your name. Carlton Fisk, Cal Ripken, Jack Morris. These are all going to be Hall of Famers, right? Because it's the style of Topps Archives. So you probably really, I don't know too much about Topps Archives, but you probably really have to hit, there's probably like really big hits and not much in the middle, is what I'm guessing. So I think we'll know if we hit something major. Roberto Clemente, Chipper Jones. Wish that was a original, what is this, 81 style? Oh. Yeah. Roberto Clemente didn't play till then, so you can't really tell. Plus, even if he played beyond the year of the card, I guess it wouldn't help you anyway. You just have to know what the design is. I think is it 81? Well, it's gonna bother me. Yeah, 81. Whew. Got that off my chest. Alright, I'm gonna put the Chipper Jones aside. Tell me if I missed anything in there. I don't think I did. Chipper Jones just for my PC. But if you're appalled by something that I didn't put aside, speak up. I want to get more conversation going in the comments down below. That'd be take it to the next level. Hunter Renfro. One of the reasons why I decided to address the elephant in the room. More on that later. Chris Bryant, Bob Feller, Weber Torres, Jose Abreu. Ozzy Albies. Put that aside. Braves fan. Edie Gregorius, Stephen Piscotty, Buster Posey. Put that aside for SF cards. Moustakas, Reggie Jackson, Rod Carew, Willie Stargell. Carlos Carrera, put that aside. Ooh, Mike Trout. This is a Sandlot card. It's got some odds around it, I presume, because they're advertising it on the front here, featuring the Sandlot movie cards. Randomly inserted. Oh, let's check out the odds. Oh, that would have been a good way to answer the question I had earlier. So, when I see this well, you don't see it well. That's what I don't like about this camera angle. It's like I almost got to stand up. So let's see what, we should have looked at this beforehand to familiarize myself. Purple, so we want colors, we want parallels, we want variations, we want any of these inserts. Sandlot's only 1 in 7. I'll keep that aside. I don't think I missed any other inserts. Sandlot, Mike Trout, put those two aside. Zay Ramirez, I'll put Hank Aaron aside just because it's, you know, it's probably not worth anything. It's Hank Aaron. You know what I mean? Already looked at those. You know what? Let's open a couple of the 88. You know, some of you are saying to try to speed it up in between opening packs. Kind of mostly address that in post-production, but still, seems like we got through those packs faster than usual, so I'm listening. Let's see what kind of goodies we can pull out of 88. So we're looking for, I think we're looking for Tom Glavine, I believe Ken Caminiti, and Matt Williams. So that's kind of what we're hoping for in this 88. Let's see if we can find any of those guys. Get this focused a little bit better. All right. Tim Raines, he's in the Hall of Fame. I guess I'll put aside all Hall of Famers, right? Why not? I started a Hall of Famers box. Figure out a use for those. Andres Galarraga's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame soon. Put him aside. David Cohn, I don't think he's going to make it in. Matt Noakes. Doug Jones. Jeff Stone. Sean Dunston was pretty sick shortstop. So we got Wade Boggs and whoever played shortstop at the time. Flip these around. Tim Quisenberry. There we go. We hit it. Awesome. That is awesome. I haven't been having good luck lately. Look at that. That is crisp. Crisp as a mug. Look at that. Centering is, it's a little off, 60-40. That is, it's got to be, I think that's a 9 for sure. So that's a few bucks right there. Graded well. It's all about the grading, you know. You think some sets aren't, like, have no value at all, but if some of them grade, if the best cards grade out well, you really got to factor that in. I looked at these already, right? Maybe not. Okay, so I broke my Switzerland silence on this topic of the jab situation, address the elephant in the room. Now I want to hear from you guys. What is your personal situation with respect to that? And what is your experience, or I should say, what is your personal position on that situation? And what is your experience as a Patreon of Jabs or buying stuff from him? Of course, just to again kind of recap how I feel about it. of course I have compassion for his situation. I mean, what he's dealt with adversity wise has been rough. But honestly, that has, you know, it doesn't have any impact on whether or not I would keep his Patreon. I mean, it does a little bit, but not much. I do kind of feel that a business is a business, no matter an industry. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you think, you know, a card business should be treated as much as a insurance company? If your health insurance were to shut off, or your heat, do you guys feel that they're the same? Because once they're a business, it's classified as a business, and they have, you know, a standard or uniform obligation to, you know, get what you paid for. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue with that, right? It's a good point. I mean, once you're a business, you're just a business. But there is a certain amount of unique camaraderie in this industry, and it is the hobby for a reason, because it feels, you know, like you're part of something. So I don't think that point is to be discounted either. But I think if you take that position, then you're sort of implicitly saying that a business is not a business. I think that's important to consider. Just kind of understanding that, hey, if you're okay with him being 3 months behind, then you're kind of saying that you have different expectations for different businesses, which is fine. It's just, I think it'd be nice if we kind of, there's a lot of like heated debate on this topic, and sometimes we're not being consistent with how we talk about it. And then probably the most important thing is, what are your personal results buying stuff from Jabs? Are you getting your packages on time? Are you having to wait 3 months? I want to hear from you guys below, because even though I haven't experienced it, I still want to know from you guys if you've experienced it. And then the last question that I want to hear from you guys on is, has he helped you in any way, either, you know, just through enjoyment personally, or has he helped your channel in any way? So plenty of talking points there. I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. There's a lot to talk about here, so make sure everybody, if you're watching this video, you need to be commenting below, letting me know how you feel about these topics, and after I finally address the elephant in the room. So keep watching the channel as well. We got one video for you right here, another video for you right here, and make sure you also smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our adventures, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.